Hmm. Love story. And I'm a love stories in the Bible. Story of Ruth, recorded here February 11th. Ruth, chapter 2, verse 5 to 7, verse 10 to 12, and then you jump over to chapter 4, verse 13 to 15 in New Living Translation. Then Boaz said, asked his foreman, who is that young woman over there? Who does she belong to? And the foreman replied, she is the young woman from Moab who came back with Naomi. She asked me this morning if she could gather grain behind the harvesters. She has been hard at work ever since, except for a few minutes rest in the shelter. Ruth fell at his feet and thanked him warmly. What have I done to deserve such kindness? I am only a foreigner. Yes, I know, Boaz replied, but I also know about everything you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband. I have heard how you left your father and mother in your own land to live here among complete strangers. May the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge, reward you fully for what you have done. Chapter 4, verse 13. So Boaz took Ruth into his home and she became his wife. When he slept with her, the Lord enabled her to become pregnant and she gave birth to a son. Then the women of the town said to Naomi, praise the Lord, who has now provided a redeemer for your family. May this child be famous in Israel. May he restore your youth and care for you in your old age. For he is the son of your daughter-in-law, who loves you and has been better to you than 7 sons. Angus Buchan says this is a beautiful example of how God rewards faithfulness. God honored Ruth's faithfulness by allowing her to marry Boaz. The Lord blessed Ruth with a son called Obed, who was King David's grandfather. Be faithful to God, and he will bless you. That's simply what it said. Be faithful to God and he bless you. You know, when you read these chapters of the Bible, it's just a few pages, but these few pages cover a whole lifetime, a whole number of years, and your life is summarized in a few words in a chapter. And when they read our obituary, our life will be summarized in 1 or 2 pages at the service. And in the tributes, but we know that life is more than an obituary. But I often hear people saying the important time is what happens in between your birth date and your death date. What you do in between there, and the story of Ruth, who decided to live with her mother-in-law, so your people shall be my people, your God shall be my God. Devotion, and then she ended up being married to Boaz, who was the Redeemer, Kingsman Redeemer, that's what it says in King James, and restored her, after losing so much, losing the husband, the father-in-law, the brother-in-law, and Arpa, the sister who went back the other way. God has a way of working that we don't always understand. This is what I get from this. And He turns our life over time, not in just a chapter, but over time, over years. He turns our life into a great story. Reminds me of one of my friends who was very sick from school, and she is still alive now. Other people who have the illness that she have died. She is still alive. And this is over this is over 30 years now that I left school. I say it soft because it sounds funny. Over 30 years I left school, and I spoke to her today. She's still blessed, and so am I. Let God work through the chapters of your life, and let there be something good between your birth date and your death date. Blessings.